Today I show you how to solve radical equation. For the problem we have for today, it says solve for all values of x, and the problem we have is square root x plus 5 equals to square root 8x plus 28. So if we look at the problem, we see that both x's are under the square root. That means we need to take them out the root first before we actually solve for x. So on the left side and the right side, in order to cancel the root, we will square both sides up. And when you square both sides up, on the right side, the square root and the square cancel out. So now you have 8x plus 28. On the left side, this square root x plus 5 squared means you have square root x plus 5 times another square root x plus 5. And what we can do is you use distributive property. So square root x times square root x, let's give you x. Square root x times 5, let's give you plus 5 square root x. And then now we come back to the 5 right here, do distributive property again. 5 times square root x give you 5 square root x. And 5 times 5 give you 25. On the right side, we didn't do anything, so we just rewrite it 8x plus 28. Now we combine like terms. On the left side, we can combine these two. So that gives us 10 square root x. And everything else, we just rewrite them. X plus 10 square root x and plus 25 equals 8x plus 28. And we see that we still have 1x under the square root. And we need to take that x out of the square root. In order to do that, we need to bring all the x and the 25 around the 10 square root x to the right side. So when you bring it to the right side, you do the opposite. So subtract x, subtract 25, subtract 25. So now you have 10 square root x on the left side, and on the right side you have 7x plus 3. And again, just like the beginning, if you want to get rid of a square root, you have to square it up. And when you square up one side, you have to do the other side to keep them balanced. So now on this side, you have 10 square root x means 10 square root x times another 10 square root x. And on this side, we have 7x plus 3 squared. That means 7x plus 3 times another 7x plus 3. And we do distributive property on the right side. So 7x times 7x give you 49x squared. 7x plus times 3 give you 21x. And now you do the same thing. 3 times 7x give you 21x. And 3 times 3 give you 9. On the left side, you just do all multiplication because there's no plus or minus sign between them. So number times number first. 10 times 10 give you 100. Square root x times square root x give you whole x. And it seems that we have to put it in the standard form of quadratic equation. So that means we need to make one side equal to 0. To make it easier, I will bring 100x to the right side. So subtract 100x on both sides. Actually, I should combine like terms on the right side first. 21x plus 21x give me 42x. And I have 49x squared plus 42x plus 9. I still bring down 100x on this side, and now I can subtract 100x on both sides. So now I have 0 on the left side. I have 49x squared minus 58x plus 9 on the right side. And when I have a number is too big, I don't try to factor it. So let me bring the whole thing up a little bit so you have space for the rest. So the leading coefficient right here is 49. I don't try to check if it's factorable or not, so the easiest way for me in this problem, I will use quadratic formula. So x equals minus b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4 times a times c, everything over 2a. And now I plug in number. So this 49. Okay, so now I will plug in the number I have. Negative b is negative 58 plus or minus square root of negative 58 inside parentheses square. Very be careful with this, because if you put negative 58 without square, you change the value of it. If we give you the negative 3,364 instead of negative 58 inside parentheses square up, will give you positive 3,364. And when you put it into calculator, you do need the parentheses around negative 58 before you put square. And then minus 4 times a, which is 49, and then times c, which is 9. Let me extend this square root a little bit more. Everything over 2 times a, which is 49. Okay, so now let's work on it. We have 58 plus or minus, you plug everything in right here, you should get the square root of 3,364 minus 1,764, everything over 98. And then we get 58 plus or minus square root of 1,600 over 98. And that gives you 58 plus or minus 40. Square root of 1,600 is 40 over, okay, this plus or minus. Plus or minus, and then 98. So from here we have two solutions. Oops. We have two solutions from here. The first one is 58 plus 40 over 98. And second one is 58 minus 40 over 98. So first one give you 98 over 98, which is 1. And the second one is 18 over 98. And you can simplify it, divide both by 2, you get 9 over 49. Okay, and always check for extraneous solution. I already checked it on the side, and both of them work. So this is the answer. 1 and 9 over 49. Okay, so everything is right. All right. Hopefully this problem help you understand more about how to solve radical equation, and you can start on this concept. it does